Yeah. I don't know why we keep coming back to us with a knife either. Like, I'm not interested in the knife. I just want to go into the pistol. Something to note, but there we go. Envy versus QuestionMark. It's going to be starting off on Mirage. Envy pretty solid, especially if Apex gets rolling on this map. They can definitely do some damage. QuestionMark as well has pretty much always been one of the more premier teams on Mirage, like the solid team as well. So we'll have I think, a really interesting match to start us off here. But I'm still going to swing it to the Frenchies, honestly.
Well, maybe every map should have, like, you know, an arena that you only get placed in the knife round, and then, like, so people can't, like, run around and stuff like that. They stab each other in that arena and then go into the game.
Yeah, if the knife is, you know, if that's how the knife is going to be.
Look at this.
Like, yeah, exactly. We're wasting a lot of time. Kio's running away. Kio actually gets one. Kio gets two. I mean, great. Nicely done. Kio's giving himself a nice, loud round of applause. And you guys will notice that, yeah, NBK is sitting in the middle. This is actually a decision made by Happy. He said he wanted to break on the calls. He wanted to, he basically asked Nathan, you know, NBK, please take over for me for a little bit. And so, as far as NBK calling is concerned, it seems like right now, you know, the team has really experienced nothing but, like, really stompy maps. And so he's like, yeah, so far it's so good, but once it starts getting into a grind match, you know, that's where we're going to have to start figuring out, you know, how like my calling, my leading is going to work, and is everybody going to be feeling confident with that or comfortable? There's a few, you know, questions left here for NBK to answer, but so far so good, at least with the change in leadership.
What is Kenny giggling about? You see, he's excited.
If Kenny is giggling right now, dude, he is going to wreck TQM.
Could be.
He's the last person you want giggling on Envy.
What are the Danes doing, though? This
well, one of them is definitely not joining MTW or, you know, sticking with that team.
It's true, Sonic right there. So it was short-lived. Excited that he's still sort of in the scene and doing stuff, though. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of depressing that we never even got to see one game, though.
Wait a second. Wasn't he coaching Dignitas as well before?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened was he didn't want MSL to feel bad, you know? So what he did is...
Oh, instead of saying, I'm not going to coach you guys, he's like, I'll join the team for a day.
Exactly.
And then I'm suddenly
Anders, you get it. You see, you know, how it went, right? You know, because MSL can't say anything. It's like, oh, you're going to play again? Well, okay, I understand you, man. That's all good. No worries, right? And then, you know, Zonic all along is just like, yeah, come on, TQM.
It could well be. It could well be. But,
mastermind. That's what it's about. Mastermind. I totally get it.
It could be. It could be. Well, some sort of serious conversation. My lip reading skills are sounding up to par, so I can't tell you what they're talking about.
Can people even lip read Danish?
Probably not.
I mean, it's hard enough to understand when you hear them speak. Like,
yeah. Essentially a nonsensical language, but
Cameloso. Cameloso. If anybody wants a good laugh, I think it was some Norwegians. They made a skit about Danes not even being able to understand Danish anymore. So go and check that out on YouTube.
There's some good Swedish ones as well out there. Definitely.
Check that out on YouTube. It's called Cameloso. It's hilarious.
I'm seeing MBK yawning in the background, and I know that like the whole QuestionMark team has had like 3 hours of sleep tonight or something like that. Yeah. So everyone is just a little bit wrecked.
Well, that's the thing, and it kind of like balances out because everybody's having trouble getting food. Everybody's having trouble getting sleep.
Why did they only get 3 hours of sleep? Because they didn't travel from anywhere, did they?
They were in that restaurant sitting there for like an hour and a half waiting for food at like 3 in the morning, dude, or 2 in the morning. Like
why were they here at 2 in the morning?
Because they got in late. Like most of the teams got in like later in the evening last night.
Is that because of the snow, or is that just because they chose late flights?
I think it's just the flights. Are you looking for a finger to, you know, like
yeah.
you need to point your finger
I'm just wondering if we should blame them or if
always
you know,
blame the teams, dude. That's just the easy.
Yeah, girl, do that. To hell with it.
I mean, players are lazy, right? You know, they just.
They are spectacularly lazy. Look, well, we are heading into it, and again, I mean, just to remind you guys, it's on the 19th, I think, that the QuestionMark team is actually going to unveil their organization.
Before DreamHack Leipzig, that's right.
Before DreamHack Leipzig, yeah. Only a few of us know what's actually happening.
Yeah, you don't actually know, Andrew. Shut up.
I do. All right, well, we're going to be going into the game now. QuestionMark, they're going to be starting on the terrorist side, Envy on the CT side. So welcome to the show here. It's day 2, and it's the second round of matches here at StarSeries LAN Finals. The arena is being built right next to us, and once we get to the playoffs, we'll have around 15,000 people in this arena. It is going to be insane. But now, we first need to figure out who's actually going to be heading there. And to do that, well, we've got today to figure out the rest of it. Happy playing very aggressively in mid lane. They must have heard him running, so they should know that someone's up here. But actually, Karrigan might not have heard. He doesn't care either. He's got the Tech 9 and the armor, and that's going to open it up. Kenny going down. Happy going down. Sipnix with that kill. Still 2 people left in A, but it's going to be a B play here. And NBK getting crushed. That Tech 9 and armor play just working out great. But more than that, it was the position of all 3 kills there for QuestionMark.
Can they actually do some damage? Like a point of damage to QuestionMark would be really nice right now. There we go. They finally, take 10 HP off of Device.
Wow.
It's not a complete and utter one-sided stomp here, guys. They've got a chance, Envy, to hold on to their gear, to their Kevlar. And, I mean, they really were looking for a brawl, Envy. Everybody went Kevlar. They needed to deny the bomb plants for as long as possible because they didn't have a kit. They had no utility. I mean, this was really just Envy looking for a straight-up fight. Now, they got one. They just got slammed. That's all. Body slammed like triple. John Cena showed up.
Well, nobody even dies on QuestionMark's side. They do a little bit of damage to the pre and Device, and that is going to be it. Second round is coming up here, and just for now, we can't see the Twitch chat now, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I know.
But just to point out to those of you watching the other stream, we're going to call him Device.
We're calling him Device.
We're not playing this game.
There's no way that you can hype Deva.
No.
I'm gonna have to say it with like a Danish accent, like Deva. Sorry, Device, it's not happening, bro. Device is such a better name. I have no idea why you would change to Deva. Deva. Cabuloso.
Don't. It's the yeah. Let's not even do that. Danish accents only work for James Bond villains these days, apparently. It was a 4-man stack in the A-bomb site. But it's sort of fading, it's disappearing. For no immediately obvious reason. I mean, NBK spotted 1 person over at B. That's not a good reason to sort of draw everyone out. I think it's one of those things where you don't have to look for like a cause here. This is just intuition, Just feel like maybe they're going to go B instead. They're not, which is a bit of a shame for Envy.
Yeah, that intuition is not really helping them out at all. Cajun is just lurking his way out onto this A site. Everybody is here along with him. And again, Anders, something to point out there. Got to appreciate that QuestionMark are putting the guy with the SMG out first.
Yes.
If he gets shot in the face, not the end of the world. You're not dropping a rifle. You're only dropping an SMG. So use him to scout. And, well, Envy, they're fine with this as well. You may be thinking, oh, no, well, Envy, the gamble didn't work, whatever. It's fine as far as Envy are concerned because they just hold on to their gear for the next round. It's just as if they had forced, but, 2 rounds in a row, basically. Now they just need to stay alive.
Yeah,
they don't
I
necessarily
agree.
need to go and hunt. They should just stay alive and focus on having the gear for the next round.
I absolutely agree. I think it's perfectly fair for them to lose the round as long as they save a lot of these pistols and armor here.
It is pretty remarkably dumb how much damage the why am I blanking on the name? MP7 does. Like, look at that. It's like 3 bullets. He drops Kyo down to 40 HP from like halfway across the room.
MP7. We have, I mean, it is almost. Ooh, nice shot there from Happy.
Thank you.
It's almost like to the point of trolling that we've got the MP7, MP9, but no MP5.
Well, shout out to 3 Clicks. He did a video not too long ago comparing the MP7 to the MP5. MP7 is better in every way, Anders. Just saying.
Well, we don't have an MP5 in this game.
Yeah, but it's better than every way. If you take the old one, the Source MP5 and the 1.6 MP5, I think he did like both games basically and went up against CSGO, and the MP7 is actually better in every way than the MP5.
Philip does some really good videos.
He is sick, guys. Go and check him out for sure.
All right, well, we've got 3 people pushing middle here. We've got the bomb all the way over at the B apartments, or at least making its way in there. And we've got some armor left still on the Envy side. It's a good opening frag for Apex, who, as far as I know, was the top fragger and doing very well when they were playing Fnatic. But they're going to get shut down in the middle. Kenny with a bit of a refrag there, turning into a 3-on-3, and Device dropping very low as well. The bomb is going to go down, so this should be around. But right now, they still have 2 armor and an AK stolen here, Envy. If they can just get 1 more kill in somewhere, this will be a fairly successful round, even if they lose it.
Yeah, they've got 2 guns as well. So put Happy in there, put him into kitchen, see if he can't find a kill, get lucky. Otherwise, the other 2 guys can just hang on to the rifles, save some money for the next round. Device with the Galil, also not the end of the world if he gets picked up, considering he's only got like a 3,000 investment going on him right now. So if he's able to find a pick, deny a rifle, that'd be nice. If he goes down, it's not the end of the world for QuestionMark. But Envy right now, they really are playing to just hold on to the guns. Very methodical play, really, coming out from Envy, actually. They didn't throw away the advantage that they had with the armor in the last round, and you can see what's possible. They decided to change it up, go for the rush mid, and it worked really well. In this round, that is. So, yeah, Envy, they're going to have some pretty considerable gear going into this first buy round for themselves. Happy holding onto his CZ and Kevlar means he's going to get a full set of nades. He should have a kit, a rifle, whatever he wants. So this is actually going to be a halfway decent buy.
Well, the fourth round is coming up, and we've got the AWP on Kenny, and I am excited about that. I feel like it's just been way too long. I want to see some of that Kenny action here. Sipnik's coming up with a great smoke, and it's going to smoke off the top of connector here. So that's obviously a jump script smoke, and a very clean one, so see if they can make something of it here. But Kenny shutting down Cajun B. Dupree's getting close here, and he's going to kill Kiyoshima, somehow getting in between those two smokes, and that's going to tie it up. And now 4 versus 4. Bomb still all the way back in T-spawn, though.
Yeah, but Kerrigan finds the kill on Kenny, so now they've actually got that man advantage to work with, QuestionMark, and they've got a man pushed up in connector as well, so this kind of cuts the map in two here, making it a little awkward for Envy to move. They kind of have to stay put. Happy has come back over here to pick up Kenny's AWP, so he wants to have that sniper rifle, but this is the important kill right here. NBK, he needs to stay alive on this B site. He's dodging volleys, dodging nades, and he stays alive after having done so much damage to Device. Deva.
Let's not start. MBK looking for a way to defend this bomb site. It's now a 2-on-3, and that was a running headshot with the M4. It's going to be a little bit scary. The problem is the bomb is going to go down, and waiting in CT spawn is going to be Dupree. So if they try and rotate back here through CT spawn, they're going to run into a lot of trouble. Device also making his way down in underpass, so he can actually sort of stab them in the back if they try and go through connector. This is a very, very tough situation. And MBK, if he could have got the timing down right, that would have been godlike. He could have jumped down there and essentially surprised Device. But now I'd probably chance it and just try and save this AK and AWP and hope that you can make your way out somehow, because round is obviously lost.
Happy has actually done a fantastic job of working himself into the one spot that Device is actually going to have some trouble getting to. Device can charge right through B apartment to jump down, check out short if he wants. He's got just enough time with that bomb. But Happy trying to play it safe, and oh buddy. There's a Molotov. The game is up. NBK gets the punish on a Zipnix. Happy, is he going to get shot in the back? No, he spots out Dupree. Could go for the peek. What is this, Happy? You really go for the peek in that situation when you've been sitting there holding on to the AWP for that long, and you take the risk of losing it. That's just a little bit too much, man.
Yeah, that it would have been sort of a big giveaway there, but it works out all right. 5th round coming up now, and Kiyoshima hasn't killed anyone yet. Not necessarily sure he's had many chances to do so, but QuestionMark 4-0, and if they win this round, then the Envy are ecoing again, and things start to get very bad here. Kerrigan, look at that pre-fire. He heard Apex coming close, and that was all he needed. Instant shot there. That was very impressive, and Apex without too much backup either. No one's right behind him to help him out there.
Nicely done, at least by Kyo, to trade 1-for-1 there. He should have died without getting anything. He still manages to take somebody with him. NBK takes out Dupree, who lurks his way right up connector. No teammates around either for QuestionMark there, so Dupree really maybe getting just a little bit ahead of himself there. You kind of expect to see him just sit in connector and just try and get information, you know, hear footsteps of rotations coming in from kitchen or into jungle, or just catch somebody in mid if somebody tries to push through connector. Instead, he gets caught early, and so NBK, he's going to have to play it safe. It's all going to come down to positioning, and he spots Cajun B.
It's actually pretty important that he does it so early as well. Now he's trying to fall back here, waiting for a little bit of backup, but he had no head armor. Not that it would have mattered, but he goes down immediately. I actually thought for a second that was a Galil on Kerrigan, but nope. It's now Happy and Kenny trying to see if they could do anything here, and unless they find a very swift kill, they're not going to have the time for it, are they?
Yeah, unfortunately, NBK's crosshair was just off with the placement. He tried to hit that headshot. I think he pulled the trigger first as well. He was just wide. So, man, Envy, they're not getting anything. I mean, they keep kind of playing this, yeah, exactly, playing this safe thing where it's like we're not going to go for it because we're not getting that kill quickly enough. The one kill to bring it back into a 2-on-2, which would make it, you know, advantageous to go for the retake, or at least, you know, make it worthwhile. It's not happening, and so they're constantly having to force. There's the flash. Happy turns in time, stays alive, and at least they get that. At least they're going to force everybody on QuestionMark to spend money here.
I mean, a bit of a silver lining, I suppose, but they obviously have the money on the Danish side to just keep buying, so why not? And Envy, are they going to force it up here?
Yeah.
All right, it looks like they will.
We're gonna be seeing some vintage NBK here as well. If I'm not mistaken, he's got the scout.
In that B bomb side, when he came back to check it against the 3 people that were coming in, my worry was that if he hadn't seen them so early, he would have probably walked all the way over to make the jump, and then he would have definitely been dead. So it's actually a bit fortunate that he spotted them right away and didn't get even closer to the actual entrance. That would have been worse.
This is all about Apex now. This is all about Apex. Kerrigan is going to find the kill on NBK. You can't jump for free over there, NBK, especially with that scout. Now that they've changed the hit reg. on jumps at least, you are going to get punished. And now QuestionMark, because there was a moment there where Device could have got picked. Yeah, QuestionMark, they're so good. They just fall back. They get the initial pick. Then they know that the ball is in Envy's court. They know that Envy need to go for a push somewhere on the map to try and either get information or get a kill to bring it back to 4-on-4. So what QuestionMark do is all the guys who are in aggressive positions, they take just a few steps back and make it so that they're the ones holding the angles, and it's Envy who have to take the risk, and Envy who really have to. They make it as hard as possible for Envy to bring it back.
Well, Apex flash. That was a nice flashbang as well. You see it goes just around the corner here. Dupree could be going down to Happy. Looks like he's got a fairly good angle. But even if he does, that's just going to tell Dupree that Happy's probably alone over here playing so aggressively. And he still actually gets the kill. And now he's going to be able to see that nobody is in here. 40 seconds. They can do whatever they want. They can make it all the way back to B if they feel like it. Or they can just wait and try and go away a little bit later on. Keo already doing some damage here. And now they kind of have to go. Now it's 30 seconds left. And it's going to be a bit too long. Kiyoshima winning the fight. Apex taking one. The bomb is down. 25 seconds. How a QuestionMark losing this? What a ridiculous round to lose. And now it's Dupree in a 1-on-2. Guy coming in from the B bomb site, trying to see if he can clutch this. This is madness.
Speaking of which, he can't see those flashes. That's so frustrating. The only way they can lose this is by dying.
Wow, there's no
Run
time.
away, Keo. I mean, yes, Apex gets the information as to where Dupree is playing from, but going for the re-peek in that situation, that you're just tempting fate.
I think the run time from the slope, I could be wrong on this because it's been a while since I checked. I think the run from the time from the slope going into T-spawn and all the way into the B-bomb site is it's like around like 21 seconds thereabout. So, you know, at 40 seconds, they can make it, right? The only problem is that they're not controlling top mid. So suppose they start rotating back and somehow Envy has like one of the 3 players left in top mid. That's the only like variable that they can't control in that situation. But they played it almost as badly as you could, I would say. That flash even went down. And I think maybe even someone from QuestionMark might have been in hearing range of it, which means you hear that flashbang, you know someone's probably peeked it. So they didn't even check the corner. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm as confused as Siblings looks right now.
It's more like they're probably thinking, okay, they flashed, they didn't see anything. They're probably thinking it's B, so the guy's going to probably get over close to connector, back over towards CT. You know, sitting in pit, waiting. They probably weren't thinking it likely, but regardless, that's the first round on the board now for Envy. We're waiting for Zonic, the coach for TQM, to get back in the game. Apparently he crashed out, so we'll see if, see how long that takes. I mean, Zonic, Maniac, ex-pros basically standing in as coaches. That's fascinating. This is the next step, Anders, really.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. I think this and also hiring people to look at demos for you, like, you know, capable people. But here's the misconception though. Like, obviously, if you hire Existence to look for your demos, if you're Envy, then yes, you will get like a way more. But even if you hire someone you don't actually even have to hire a professional, in my opinion. I mean, it'd be better if you did, but suppose you can't find one. If you just hire someone who's like decently good at the game, who just looks at basic timings, right? You could pay someone in Asimovs, right? You could just say, like, you know, find someone and I'll give you 4 Asimovs. Now, I want you to look at snacks, and every time he pushes on B-bomb side of cash, I want you to like get a spreadsheet and write down every time he pushes a grave. To write down what the timing is every time, and we'll find a correlation. That anybody could do that job, right? It doesn't have to be a professional player. You just have to give them the actual work, and then they do it, and they give it to you, and you say, well, sweet, now we have a good idea. And maybe if you've got someone very smart, and this is where you get someone like Existence in, for instance, they will find sort of deeper correlations, right? Which are, you know, small things like, for instance, every time someone falls back from a bomb site, maybe they'll put a couple of shots into a wall-bangable wall, just as a tick. You know, they don't realize they're doing it, but they do it. So tell. You know, so every time you hear those shots, you know, oh, he's probably going to fall back now. If you get people to watch demos and find that kind of information, then you're getting quite far ahead of the curve, and not many people seem to be doing that.
No,
it'll come.
I guess the big time we got to see that in action was most of the top teams have that now, but Fnatic back in Katowice, where they had Vugo, who was head of the team. I think they had like 3 guys, if not 4 guys, just watching demos for him. Vugo was one of those guys, and now he's the coach. Right?
Well, QuestionMark only recently did, for the last major, they had 1 guy watching demos, right? And I don't actually know about the other teams, how
Envy had one as well.
out it is.
I believe Envy had one as well.
Right,
sure.
so Fnatic, Envy, QuestionMark, but what about like Virtus Pro, Na'Vi? I mean, yeah, we're not talking about the coaches, right?
We're not talking about coaches.
No. There's a limit to how much one coach could potentially watch. You know, you need people to do the hard work, the sort of the legwork. Anyway, maybe I think it sounded like the pause was up for a second there. Hopefully we got everyone back on. High fives going out from NBK in the middle.
I'm glad to see NBK speaking a lot more here.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, yeah, obviously he is the in-game leader, but towards the end of EPL, when things were looking pretty grim for Envy, they weren't playing really, you know, they got top 4, but they, you know, bombed down against Na'Vi in a pretty horrible fashion. Like, there wasn't a lot of talking going on the team. They were very quiet. So it's good to see that, you know, Envy, they're communicating a bit more. We're obviously in-game, so let's go ahead and hop back in.
I was going to say, at some point, we should go watch the game. Even though they're beautiful people, obviously, we can't, you know, couldn't understand why we take another second there. Smoke going up into apartments to follow up from the last smoke that was there. Same smoke that goes down. Actually, there's a gap in it here, and Kenny not worried at all. That is slightly disappointing in my opinion there, because this gives away a lot. That smoke could have been an indication that they would push middle. Kenny now knows they're not, and he just turns around and focuses on apartments here. And that's a jump script as well. You should be able to land that every single time. It has to be like pixel perfect 100% of the time, and it's not. So yeah, big mistake here for the Danish team, and it might cost them severely. Envy not caught off guard at all. Apex, Kiyoshima opening up. Kenny with a frag as well on Carrigan. Still got the man advantage, and the flick here from Device not going to connect. And well, Cajun, he is on 3 health. He's gone any second here.
If they just spray through CT, where's Happy? Happy's got the AWP, that's the problem. If he could just spray through, Kenny will find the shot on Cajun, but then Device from Apartments takes out the 1, gets the 2nd, and now it's a one-on-one situation. 30 seconds left on this clock, and Device makes it down to the site. And now it's going to come down to whether NBK can keep his cool. He's going to be waiting for that bomb plant sound. As soon as he hears that go down, the farther this clock ticks down, the more likely it is that Device stayed on the A site. And yeah, there we go. 18 seconds, bomb is planted, and now the game begins. NBK, there's the flash, dodges it. He's just sitting and waiting. It comes down to the guesswork, and he's going to get it right. Able to get his crosshair to the left of the box just in time to get the spray.
That was a very, very strange end to that round, because that should have been Envy just instantly crushing them. As soon as they trade 2 for 1 in the beginning, that's it. It should be just cruise control until the end of the round, but they very nearly lost that, so I'm a bit worried about that one. But they end up coming out on top, not with very many rifles intact, but it means they gotta keep the focus here.
This is where it gets really interesting to see this change in leadership, right? You know, it's just if Envy, it's been a lot of one-sided matches, you know, they haven't really been tested yet. Now they're really getting dealt a pretty stiff one, because 5 rounds on T side for QuestionMark, who are an excellent Mirage team. Like, this is all going according to plan as far as I'm concerned. Apex, he's got the line, but he can't seem to find the kill. Now he needs to get the reload, and KJB is going to come right through. It's Kiyoshima instead, and Zipnix to take out the defense, but Kenny's still alive, and he's looking for the shot. He's roasting alive as well, and he's just going to change up his angle and fall back.
How is he alive, though? That's a real question here. 4 versus 3. AK being stolen here. A lot of Tech 9s. P90 being picked up. Oh, touchdown on Dupree. And he's going to be gone. Happy with a bit of a parting gift there. And that's a 3-on-3. That bomb taking out in the open. And look at this. They've rotated someone all the way back into middle. This is genius play from the terrorist side. A defuse here is going to be difficult. Kenny is on it, though, and he's got the kit. Device coming in, looking for the angle. Not quite hitting. Oh, there's last second. Device going to get the kill on Kenny, and now it's a 2-on-2, but nobody's defusing that bomb. NBK, he gets the shot through, and they're going to have to try one more time. Device coming out on top. He's looking for the shot, but he's not going to be able to get it. And NBK, he gets the defuse in the last second. Oh, what a clutch and what a round.
Chaos, Anders. Just chaos. But I don't know if that was a missed smoke or if that was intended, but that sandwich smoke, that smoke made such a difference. The fact that they had 2, 1 on the bomb, but then the 1 on sandwich, the guy who's sitting there, who's supposed to be the second line of security. He's actually supposed to be the first. Device isn't supposed to be the one peeking first. It's supposed to be the guy sandwich who stops you from getting on the bomb, and then Device is there as the security long term. Instead, they had to change it up because Envy just get a smoke right on top of him. Way too close, and this time Apex, he gets it right. Takes out Cajun. Now he can back off, play it safe. They can consolidate the defense on A site. They've got 4 players here already. And QuestionMark, they're just going to come charging through, but Keo spots it.
Oh, Dupree with a shot. Second one as well from that Galil. Carrigan and Dupree again. This A push is just working way too well. And Envy had 3 people here. They're going to deny the bomb plant, and NBK looking for a bit more, but surely he can't clutch this one. Dupree's already got the triple and looking for more, and he's got 8 health left here, so I'm not sure this is going to be quite as successful as last time. And again, Envy, because they keep dropping so low in player numbers, they might not have the money to actually go for like a really good buy here. NBK walking out, but he goes down to device, and that is going to be 6 rounds now for the Danish side. I mean, there's just... I like the idea of spraying through the smoke like that early on, like Apex was doing, but it seems like as soon as they do and he's done, TSM or TQM just go, right, fine, we're going to be running through in that case, because we know you're reloading, and even if you have a couple of backup members there, if any of them die, then you're still alone and trying to get it working. 10th round is going to be coming up now, and it's 6-3. We've got a P90 on Apex. We've got a couple of pistols and armor on the rest of Envy. They don't want to give any more rounds here to the Danish side. Flashbang in. Gonna buy a bit of time. Nice jump right behind the flashbang, making it very hard. And MBK puts up a smoke. Sort of wondering if that was like a bit of a trick one-way smoke here. It could still be, I suppose. Gonna go and peek again, and this time he only sees one person, so yeah. QuestionMark not feeling too much pressure.
No, everything is going their way at this point. So they don't really need to worry too much. I mean, they've got 6 rounds. It's a minimum. You're always aiming to get more, obviously. But this is definitely the comfort zone now for QuestionMark. They know that they've got a force buy on their hands in front of them, so they should be able to start building that eco. And it's only going to get easier from here. Nice nade onto Dupree there, just doing a little bit of damage, just shaking him up. But again, QuestionMark, they have every advantage. They have control of mid. So now it's all a guessing game for Envy. Where are they going to go? They did make a mistake. They put Happy over onto the, or rather Kenny over onto the B site, but that's not where the action is. It's going to be over here on A. Great flash to start things off, but it's just not good enough. 1-for-1 trade.
It would have been nice if Apex could have picked up the second one there. Nice shot from Kenny, but it goes, MBK goes down and Kenny will fall next. And now it's all on Happy and Cajun. 1-on-1 with about 15 seconds left here. Happy controlling the bomb as well. Cajun has to take this fight. C-set 75 in hand. Happy's getting close and he's going to get the shot in the last second as well. I think that might even be the last bullet. That's ridiculous. That's 2 rounds now that Envy should never have won.
Yeah. What is going on, Anders? Like they get bogged down. They hesitate. Rather than just charging through as a unit, maybe you lose one guy, but then the next guy in line is he should be taking out that 5-7. They just hesitate. They get bogged down in connector, and then that just costs QuestionMark huge. Now they're the ones who are going for a force buy. This is turning it. I mean, this is kind of turning into the match we saw versus Titan. It's just back and forth, Anders. It's just like QuestionMark aren't able to chain the rounds unless they get that strong start. Obviously, that they got here in this first half, but
I mean, right now QuestionMark are definitely winning the half, but they could be winning it so much more than they currently are. And MBK, a lot of pellets to Cajun's face. He has head armor, and yet he's down to 90 in one flurry of pellets there.
It's basically saved his life.
Yeah.
That's because I like NBK going for the style points as well there at the end, you know, changing up the angle, the timing, and stopping midair, you know, just doing everything he can to make it interesting. But, hey, guess what? Device is here with an AK, guys. That's a bad deal for you.
Kenny. Now, they have a smoke on Dupree, so maybe they could try and smoke him off. Or they could try and switch it up. They got 2 people in connector right now. Dupree being one of them, looking for the headshot. Not going to connect quite. Happy being close behind here. And Carrigan, he does shoot him in the face, so he's down to 5 health, but he wins the battle immediately. Kenny with the second kill of the round for himself. And Sip, he's trapped in Tetris. He can't actually get out here without running into Kenny. And there it is. He wins the fight. And even if Kenny had fallen off, then he would have run right into the Molotov. Can they get the bomb down, though? It's actually on Sip, and again, I think he can actually make it back to B with about... He had 38 seconds right when he was backing up, but looks like they're going to commit to the A push, and Dupree, he might just open it up.
Because of this, yeah. And unfortunately for MBK... Oh, no, he does turn around in time. 2 shots, he gets the kill. And now it's all on Zipnix, but he knows where NBK is playing from. NBK, though, he's so clever. He knows how to abuse the different guns in this game. This jump guns, like the Swag and the Scout. There's nobody better than NBK.
Wow.
But he does manage to hunt down the 1. 7 seconds left, and now Zipnix is committed. He has to get the kill, and he will. 5 seconds left, and he's just going to get the plant, but he will find the kill anyway on NBK, and that's going to mean TQM taking another round.
That was a huge clutch from Zipnix, obviously. Getting the kill on Kenny, then wall banging through the wood panel there in connector, and winning the fight against NVK. Obviously, a really big round, 7-4, 12th round coming up. And I mean, the Frenchmen, they don't have any choice here. They have to keep forcing because they can't allow them to just jump up to have like a 10-5 or even 11-4 finish here. So
that's what they're running into here, though, Anders. You know, Now, if they lose this, they are in a very dark place. You can't keep throwing Hail Marys and expect them to get pulled off here. And unfortunately for them,
really, have you seen Envy play? It's what they do.
Well, I guess that's what happened earlier as well with Titan getting ecoed all the time. But you see, then this happens, right? Where it's just like you got to take the gamble and it doesn't pay off this time around. They back off of that B site. QuestionMark go right in behind him. Apex, I mean, he's in B apartments, but he gets spotted by Zipnix. Does some decent damage here, actually. Looking for that spray shot, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, this is all just to try and get something out of this round, you know.
And he's not even going to get out of there alive because guess what? Cajun.
He was playing really well actually against Titan. Cajun and Device who are doing some good work, and like we said, that doesn't always happen. Cajun did make it on that top 20 list, but I feel like in a lot of matches it seems like he hasn't quite earned that spot. You know, today it seems like
go to Keo, go to Keo,
playing better.
go to Keo, go to Keo. Okay, well, it was close. Keo was waiting by murder hole, just hoping somebody was going to come over from that B side. It might have been close there. Decides to hold on to his gear instead, so he didn't take the risk to peek it.
Well, 8-4 is the current scoreline. The 13th round is coming up, and regardless of how the rest of this plays out, QuestionMark will be in a good position going into the second half. The question is if they'll be in a position to basically just win the map, or if it's going to be somewhat competitive. I mean, if Envy could bring it to like 6 or 7 rounds here, then they're still in the game. It's not like they've lost it immediately, but
no, because they can have as dominant a T side of their own. Just
yeah, but I think QuestionMark is so good on the CT side of Mirage. I feel like they've got to get to like 6 rounds. I don't think 4 or 5 is enough.
I mean, one thing that QuestionMark has had going for him, I mean, it's Kenny's had an op for like a couple of rounds, basically.
True.
I mean, they were playing it very passively at the beginning, and we kept counting on just, we'll save a couple of guns, and then we'll be able to win the next round, right? Nope, they kept losing it, which is how QuestionMark got up to 5-0 before Envy were finally able to bring it back and at least stop the streak. The problem is that Envy since then have just not really had money for nades, not really, had a full buy to work with. So they could definitely do the same thing to QuestionMark, where it's just, get the full buy, shut them down, and then, crush the economy.
That's one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. Happy and MBK now 2 versus 5. So Apex.
This kind of buy out of Happy as well is very awkward.
Apex.
The
Molotov goes down into Shadow, right? So he knows if I stay here, I'm obviously dead. If I go up the ladder, I'm dead. So he thinks I've got to go out and fight them, right? So to do that, he throws down a flashbang. He gets killed, but then the guy peeking on stairwell gets flashed from Apex flashbang, and he dies as well to the guy coming out of apartments. That's perfect, absolutely perfect.
Cue the Benny Hill.
Oh man, well NBK and Happy, you're gonna be left in. Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is, again, Happy, they're just hoping that they can make something work.
It's just like, it feels like Envy have spent more time hiding than actually, fighting on this CT side. I mean, we lose NBK at the end. But yeah, this whole half essentially has just been about Envy trying to hold on to guns. So they're not willing to go in and go crazy. They're not willing to try and take a risk. Sometimes you have to, and I don't mean by taking a risk by going for a force buy. I mean taking a risk by going into a 2-on-3 retake, something along those lines, where sometimes you just have to go for the PDP and force it to work. And we're not seeing that quite yet here from Envy. They're deciding to play a much more passive style. But again, with the buy, and again, light on nades, single kit picked up on Happy here for Envy. And this could very well be a fake coming out here from QuestionMark. They've got the setup here to chuck out a few nades onto the A site and basically keep Envy guessing.
Well, P90 is in play on Apex, and I feel like he's been buying this a lot, and I'm not convinced of its efficacy just yet. I feel like it hasn't been quite giving him the reward that he's maybe been hoping for. Hiroshima though flashed in, and it's a perfect pop flash. Takes the one, drops the bomb as well. Kenny with the kill, but he goes down to Carrigan. Still, this is a perfect start for Envy. They're now controlling the bomb on the slope, and now Carrigan to the left to try and do a little bit here. Apex with the double kill with the P90, so that's what we were looking for as well. It's going to bring it to 9-5. I think if they can get 6 rounds, we've still got a game on our hands. I don't think 5 is enough. I think we need this last round.
It's good to see some fight in Keo as well there. He needed to go forward and challenge. If he'd have run away, which is, I almost thought for a second, he's like, oh, okay, he got the first kill. Now he's going to play it by the book and back off, right? No, he decides to, just basically take control of the situation, charge forward, and he gets bomb control by taking out Cajun. Risky play if he dies, but it pays off. Cajun, though, will punish Kenny for that. in this round. Opening pick for QuestionMark, and Envy might be right, you know, again, dire straits. Do they end 10-5? No, Happy. He says, we still had some fight in us. He brings it back by taking out Kerrigan.
Yeah, very forward play as well, which is going to leave the terror side a little bit worried because no one has actually checked those hallways since, so they don't even know if Happy's like still lurking and still looking over there. MBK with the shot on Dupree, and Sip goes down, so Cajun alone. And this is the sort of defense that Envy should have been able to put up in multiple rounds, and obviously didn't happen. Cajun here, long gone already, and that's going to be 9-6 for the first half in favor of QuestionMark, which is it's a big win for them in the first half. No way around that. The question is if Envy can sort of find a way back.
Yeah, that's exactly, and that's the main challenge here is basically just going to be, they know that they're so far behind, but Envy are one of those teams that on the T side, they're capable of anything, and they have players on the T side. Their entry man, Apex. If he gets fired up, if he starts running into sites and just getting headshots right off the bat, it's going to be so hard for TQM to hold off the Envy push behind that, the pain train. And then if Kenny, I mean, if they can just get some economy to work with here, if Kenny gets his op and starts opening up sites that way, I mean, they have they can have a 1-2 punch combo where it's just Apex runs in with the rifle, Kenny's with the op. One of them is going to get something, and then they move from there. That's got to be what Kerrigan's trying to figure out right now as far as, you know, what's in store for them here for the pistol. Because this pistol is going to be just pivotal right here. It's going to make all the difference. If TQM get it, they're just locking down this map, and I don't see Envy making it back.
Well, Kerrigan is a little bit aggressive in the middle here on his own, but not risking too much. This Device with one, Dupree with a second headshot, and now they're playing a 3-on-5 here. Envy just running into death all across the map here. 3 kills and no reply yet. And it's looked like there's not even going to be one. It's going to be a flawless pistol round, Semler. What is this?
They saw that against, we saw that against Titan, Dust 2, and it was the same exact thing. Device, both T-side pistol rounds for I don't know, wait. Yeah, both pistol rounds, basically. Even on both sides, Device just killed Smiths immediately, right? And again, here, first shot that goes out, it's Device getting a headshot. Like, Device and Dupree and the pistols right now are looking so good for QuestionMark. Really needed to see, especially considering Envy, you know, struggled in they didn't get the first pistol. Seems like Envy haven't figured out how to get their pistols working. Now let's see if they can do what they're famous for. Get that follow-up buy.
Grenades missed in large there. A lot of trading going on, favoring Envy at the moment. Kerrigan, though, will bring it back and taking down Kenny. Bomb is not quite down yet, but Apex has picked up Zem4, and he's doing some damage, taking out Kerrigan. Where is, well, it's going to be a bit of backup here now from Cajun coming in from behind, and, oh, he's going to get the perfect timing. Then Apex, he turned around, but he might have been just a little bit too late, and now Happy with the one shot. He's clutched it already once with the CSAT 75, and now he's back by the truck. Device hoping for an angle here. But can he actually find it? I'm not quite sure, and he's wasting a lot of time doing this. Now he's going to be walking in, and he goes down. Happy clutching it again. Strange round.
No, not strange. It's Envy, dude. Like, they are the team that gets force buys. You gotta wonder, just like, how are you not able to do this in pistols? How can you not? Because you're doing the same thing. You're grouping up and running as a group. Like, just land the headshots of the pistols, guys. I guess just once you give these guys a Tech 9, it's just they get unleashed because, I mean, Apex just murdered him. He walks in there, does huge damage with the M4 as well. And Happy there, of course. Happy, you want him in the clutch. So now it's QuestionMark who get reset. They don't go for a full force, though. They've got 3 Deagles, 2 P250s, but they aren't going Kevlar nades. So they're going a bit halfway here, and we'll see if that's going to be effective. I mean, Deags, you got some of the better Deagle players here in the world right now. Dupree is one of them. He can do massive damage with his gun, but instead he's going to take a nade to the face.
Ouch. 88 damage in one from that nade. No armor is generally the result. Cajun in the past has also been one who's landing some good Eagle shots. Spray for the smoke. Sip is going to pick up the 1 kill here. Device doing some damage to Happy. Surely Envy are not going to get sort of reverse decode here. That would be upsetting for the French team. And Device, look at that. He's already waiting for Happy. Oh, and he's going to get that shot the second click as well. That looked so calculated. But the bomb is going to go down here, and there's nobody to stop it. They're getting closer. Kerrigan moving in. Bomb is planted, and Kiyoshima actually going to take that kill. Dupree goes down as well, and looks like maybe the Frenchmen have got it under control. Device and Cajun, I think the best they could settle for right now is getting some good exits.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're looking for those one shots with the Deags. They could find one here as well. Device has got an M4 though, so he's not going to really be taking too many risks. It's Cajun B. He wants to be the one who kind of presses this, sees if he can't get lucky with the pistol. One more kill here on Envy would be big.
Yeah.
So just that's exactly what Question are looking for. But still, a pretty effective hard eco. I mean, this might as well be a hard eco considering they didn't invest in Kevlar, they didn't invest in nades, they only went for pistols. Getting 2 kills out of that, it's not bad at all. Question should be feeling pretty good about the situation right now. They do have a pretty big lead going for themselves.
So I think they also made
double eco, yeah, good. They aren't going to force. They don't risk it. They're just going for the hard double eco. Now they can get ops in the next round. They can do whatever they want in the next round. They're going to have all of the gear necessary to just shut the door in Envy's face.
But they also got a rifle, didn't they, on device?
On device, yeah. So he probably invested in Kevlar here. Yeah, he's got Kevlar on his smoke. But then that means no op for him. But then I guess Kerrigan is the one you want opping on Mirage, right?
Yeah,
so
I would say so, definitely. In that window somewhere. Well, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer before QuestionMark starts picking up rifles. So right now, it's just about the damage being done here, unless, of course, they happen to find some of those deagle shots like Dupree picking up Apex and making it look easy as well. Just a casual strafe in there. Device taking out Kenny with the M4, waiting for NBK, and he should have probably won that fight. NBK down to 6 health as well. He heard him coming, and he was so ready for it as well. And this is where things get very scary once again for Envy. Sip also pushing up, which means any second now, once he peeks into T-spawn here, they're going to know that it's a B push, and then they should start rotating people in. The bomb only now being picked up, and Sip is now in T-spawn. Look at the rest of the CTs. They're rotating over towards that B bomb side, and this is a really big problem for Envy here. Missed shot from Kerrigan, maybe it could have been. Hiroshima with the opening and a really important kill there.
Yeah, caught sleeping basically. Probably watching the mini-map, trying to figure out where his team were. But Cajun's going to charge forward. NBK, he's the one standing exposed. He's got 6 HP. He just stands out in the open, looks for that fight, takes it, and wins it. And now he gets to back off to a more cheeky spot. It's going to be a zip now, just kind of working his way up through B apartments. Dupree has got a Galil. He's waiting in mid. Well, let's see if Envy can find a way off of the site. NBK is the one who really has to hightail it out. He's only got the 6 HP. If he's anywhere near that bomb, he's going to die. And while Dupree guarantees that, a little bit of a duck and play here, looking for that headshot. Dupree can just use the deagle, Dupree. But, yeah, there we go. That is a catastrophe for Envy. They lose everything. 2 guns, 2 rifles picked up for TQM. And how do they allow them all, like, themselves to die, all of them?
I don't know. I mean, if the fact is, if Envy hadn't made some pretty good mid-round calls, then they probably wouldn't even have won the round. But they managed to just slither into the B-bomb side, the only path that they could have taken without running into any more QuestionMark members. So, almost a little bit scary. What is with the Russian going on? Well, 9-10 is the scoreline. A seemingly close scoreline, but QuestionMark, they now have rifles in the second half, including that AWP on Kerrigan. Envy don't have a lot of money, so unless they start sort of putting together some consecutive rounds here, the Danes could easily take a pretty heavy round lead.
No, that's exactly it. And Kerrigan's got that op. Still have the nades rocking. And wow, Envy, they're just going to go for the full-out YOLO here? Looks like it. No, they decided to back off. Some wallbanging going in there, chasing Apex away. Scary situation. Zipnik's managing to dodge the return fire. But NBK's up there, and he almost had the angle.
I really wanted him to do that. That wasn't going to be the case. And it's so, you can't obviously know. It's just pure guesswork. But looks like they are setting up for a B push eventually. With Happy playing top mid, which is so cool. If people try and rotate into B through middle, which is not unpopular, you could pick people off, and suddenly the retake is going to be so hard. So I definitely like it.
3 on B though. Kerrigan with the op. He's going to dome Kenny right now. Misses the shot. Oh, Kerrigan. Kerrigan, come on! You can't do that. NBK with the double entry. Walks into the site, annihilates the defense. There were 3 people there. QuestionMark, how does that happen? And Kerrigan, how does he miss that shot? He was dead on.
Yeah, so this is one of the things that we were talking about, and the reason why I think both you and I were questioning a little bit whether or not QuestionMark would win this overall best of 3. It's because some of this stuff happened against Titan too, where they have these shots that are just, they cannot be missed, and they're not hard shots, right? And somehow it happens anyway. I mean, that's a free entry for Envy into the side. At that point, they're just like, sweet, just take the round then.
NBK particularly, man, he gets Kerrigan, okay. Because Kerrigan misses his second shot as well. And then...
yeah, but I think the reason why... I mean...
The kill on short.
I think if Kerrigan gets the first shot, then he's under a lot less pressure to even try and fight. Then he can just wait. He can just say, okay, I've done my part. I'll just wait for backup, right? But because he misses, he feels like, I have to fight, you know? And then he dies, and it's even worse. So I don't know. That's That was the sort of position where it should have been very easy for them to come up with a win there.
Those are the kind of mistakes that, yeah, it's good that you bring it up. It's the kind of mistakes that we saw versus Titan, which I think is what led to us saying, you know, a 2-0 win for Envy. And it was just, you know, we watched that QuestionMark game, and we saw some situations where it was definitely questionable what was going on. NBK setting up with the old school window smoke. See, no jump scripts for NBK.
Ooh, if Kerrigan could have taken that shot before he faded, then Kenny might have been gone. But it's a very, very fast round coming out of Envy. Some classic Envy style coming out. Oh, just at the edge of the smoke there, but he goes down. Dupree, a lot of damage being dished out, but they still need to actually get the kills here. Cajun also hiding at the corner of the smoke onto the balcony there. He's going to go down. Sip, the only one to reply, and he does get a double before he falls. Well, actually, before Device falls, so now Sipnix is alone 1-on-3 here, not a favorable position, and he goes down. Envy, they take the round lead at 11-10, and QuestionMark, well, they kind of do have the money. Device has 7,300, so they could definitely spread it thinly enough here, but
they could. I mean, you basically drop a gun for Kerrigan.
Yeah.
You drop a FAMAS for Kerrigan. Dupree forces up with a Deagle, and then the other ones are getting by with rifles. Sure, this is a timeout, though, called by Kerrigan. Good timing as well. I mean, going into a bye, and they realize that they're losing control of the situation. They need to slow Envy down. This is the perfect timing for a timeout to just, you know, stop Envy's momentum, force them to sit and wait a minute, cool off a little bit. Because, I mean, Kenny hit a pretty crucial shot. Somehow, the man on short just sprayed and sprayed and sprayed and didn't get anything when he had him lined up. So, yeah, we're seeing QuestionMark, I think, get a little frazzled here.
Yeah, the sort of frustration, the sort of nervous energy that can't be allowed to slip into a team, you know?
No.
Focus, and this is where you want for someone like Sonic, you know, a lot of experience, a little bit older than everyone else as well. Step in there and calm down any kind of discussion that's going on. But I think they have a couple of members on the QuestionMark side that have a sort of a history of having this kind of worry.
Oh, indeed, dude. Indeed, for quite some time as well. Like, this isn't something new. I mean, this is since they were back on Dignitas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a long struggle for this team, and especially in a situation like this. Whoa. NBK's playing with a wireless headset. Interesting. Okay. That's not something you see every day.
I've got a wireless headset at home.
Well, I use that headset myself, but like, just so I can pace around
yeah, that's why
my apartment, right? Like, it's super nice. I've never seen a pro actually use one. Okay, wait, hold on, but he is wired up. Okay, never mind. Maybe he is wired still. Odd.
Oh, it's on the other side. All right, maybe. I do actually prefer the wireless ones, but that's maybe just me.
Well, it's just, I mean, yeah, when you're on Skype, you know, if you're pacing around, it's nice. Well. I really do think like there isn't too much that that TQM need to like discuss tactically. I think they're doing fine on that department. I think it's really just coming down to hitting your shots. And so the timeout, sit, rest, breathe. You know, take a minute to just relax and regain your center, and get back into it. And we have missed a little bit of the action. Happy down to 67. But it does look like Envy are looking to get control of mid, and Dupree is just waiting up here. He's got a teammate to watch his back, and there it goes. Kerrigan starts off strong, removes Apex right off the bat.
Flashbang in there to buy some time as well, and a good start here for the Danish side. It's definitely what they need. It's such a big first half for them. If they end up giving it away, that could have repercussions going to the second half map as well. That's when you start to get so frustrated, and you know, you kind of like, you sort of shove the whole series right down the drain. So 22nd round here. A lot of time being wasted for Envy. They still got the bomb far away from any bomb site. So for them to go in and set up somewhere, and it feels like it's going to be the B bomb site. Holding there is Sipnix, and he only has a grenade here. No flashes or smokes or molotovs. So he can't buy time for his teammates. They got a stack of 3 in the A bomb site. This might be a bit of a misread coming out of QuestionMark. So Sip, he needs to make a really good call, and he's jumping. He sees them, misses the grenade, and now he at least has to get a kill. At least 1 and preferably 2. They're coming close, and MBK will shut it down. Dupree's there. The bomb is down as well. 30 seconds. Dupree moving closer with the FAMAS kit. He stopped Kiyoshima from putting down this bomb. He's behind the boxes, and he's trying to creep around here. Happy goes down, and Kiyoshima, if he backs up right now, that's going to be it. Flash on Dupree, and he's got the perfect angle for it. Kiyo's down, and now it's all on Kenny. 1 on 4. He's going to be dropped by Kerrigan. That is around for QuestionMark. It looked like it could have gone horribly wrong, though. Like, that kind of failed grenade, and then not getting a kill, that's when things get really tricky.
And Zipnix always goes under the window, it seems. When he gets caught in that situation, that's twice now that he's gone under the window and he's died, like, immediately to NBK's. I mean, or to Keo, rather, but, like, they're starting to dial in at least a little bit on that B defense, which is why perhaps NB decided to go there in the end when they were a man down. Just because they've managed to have successful entry frags there so far, and, well, it started off strong. Unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to really capitalize on that at all. And then Happy not able to achieve anything with his backstab lurk. So, I mean, that's also a little detail that QuestionMark will be aware of. Is just the fact that, you know, the main push comes through. Okay, it's almost like old Nip. We just got to wait for Happy. Where's Happy at? Okay, now we got him. Now we don't have to worry about anybody else lurking around on the map. We're good. So, early damage going out onto Keo at least. And the smoke, he decides to take the fight. Keo showing some bravery here. He's got Apex to watch his back as well. Apex turns around, and somehow Zipnix gets out of dodge. How does he make it out in one piece?
That looked like it could have definitely been a kill, so a lot of damage being dished out either way, which kind of means it forces them to have 2 people on B. Because if they just leave the guy with 15 health on B, that's going to be a little bit tricky. And now 3 people covering A. They have so many grenades left on the Envy side, whereas the CT side definitely doesn't. This could easily be around for Envy. All they need is one quick entry, and this A-bomb side is going to fall immediately. So the only thing the TQM could do right now to hold on to this is to have maybe Cajun and Shadows here coming up with some big kills.
I'm not sure if that's the, well, how that's supposed to go, but okay. Smoke goes down, Cajun gets caught in the back, and there's a go. Peekaboo shot from Kerrigan, just jumps up, tags Apex, brings him down, but Happy with the lurk is going to be successful. He takes out Dupree, Device through the smoke. It was a spray battle, and he comes out ahead. And wow, Happy is actually just going to go for this. Straight flash in, looking for the shot. Zipnix so low, instantly taken out. But Kerrigan, he's got an eye on this. He can still look out onto this site. The bomb has been planted, though, and that's the important bit. And now, actually, they're looking to just back off and save. Smoke goes down, and that should be a signal here to Happy. And yeah, he's already going to start looking for the hunt here.
Yeah, but the problem there was that both Zipnix and Device were so low on health. Zipnix from the early fight, Device from the spray in jungle, and they just don't stand a chance here. So now it's going to be 12-11 Happy, creeping up with the AK, and could easily find Device and steal one of these rifles away, and that would be huge. Again, I mean, QuestionMark, they just do not have the money to stay alive here, and that's going to be one rifle gone. Kerrigan in the back lines. He should be surviving this round. Happy just going slightly crazy here with the AK. And he's going to do a lot of damage. That could have easily been it. That's so scary. It works out. Bullets. They save the AWP. There's money on 3 players here. QuestionMark, are they going to be tempted? It looks like they will.
Yeah, they have the 2 guns, right? So they're going to go for a buy.
Well, they saved 1 gun and then...
No. They saved 2 of them, didn't they?
No, only Kerrigan lived.
Really?
Yeah, just Kerrigan.
Oh, they caught the other guy.
Yeah.
I was so focused on the Kerrigan battle.
You're
right, Happy killed off Device.
Yeah.
You're right, of course.
It looks like they're going to go quick towards the B-bomb site. Kerrigan inside here this time. Even while flashed, he's going to get the kill on Kiyoshima. He goes to fight again, and maybe doesn't even have to here. Going to get close as well, and Apex drops. This is a great defense. Finally, he drops. I wish he would have stayed to just be alive there. Dupree coming up from behind and dropping Kenny, and Happy and MBK are going to be left here, and this should be a win every single time. The bomb is down as well, and Happy left alone in a 1-on-4, and QuestionMark putting up a really big fight there, and I mean, I actually thought for sure Envy would win this round. They were so fast, and Kerrigan was so flashed, and...
Yeah, I mean, that's just Kerrigan basically, like, it's lucking out, basically, because he's blind. He's got the angle, but it's just timing, right? He's just timing, okay, I'll click now. And he gets the kill. Keo happens to be there. So, a little bit of a lucky break there for Kerrigan. What's really going to be heartbreaking here is that Envy, they lost a chance to really screw QuestionMark's economy and take the map.
Yeah,
if QuestionMark lose that, I think perhaps Envy, they weren't 100% on whether it was an eco or whether it was going to be a buy. Like, they probably thought, okay, there's going to be like one op somewhere. They might be like pistols. We might just be able to just like charge right through and then, crush through, right? They might have had a bit of a shock there when they ran into a full buy going, but now they've lost a chance to just have it easy where they could completely reset things. Now QuestionMark, they've actually got some money.
They've got some money. They've got the double AWP set up here, and they're going to try and push with the smoke any second now on the ramp. Cajun down in Sandwich. Grenade comes out. A lot of damage being pushed out, but look at the flashes coming in. Sip can't see a thing either. They're going to get the initial kill here, but Zipnix goes down. NBK looking for a follow-up, and great spray. Last bullet, headshot on Device, and this should be the bomb site for them here. They've got a 1-man advantage. Even if they are a bit low on health, that Molotov's going to do a lot, but the bomb will be planted. He sees a second guy there, so Cajun knows there's another player in shadows, and they've got the 3-on-3 retake coming in.
And what is that? So that he can't Molotov him. Happy is canceled out an incendiary. Kerrigan's got one, but behind this smoke, Happy is safe, and now he's just waiting. He's got just a little bit of an angle to watch through. They're going to push through jungle, and this is it. Happy doesn't get the shot. Instead, it's going to come down to Kenny. He takes out one, and now he's got the angle on the bomb defuse. If he wants it, flash goes through. He's full flashed. Somehow he gets flashed. He gets in front of him. He turns around, and he still gets full flashed. So close, Envy, to being able to pull that off, but it's not going to work.
That's a very hard retake to do if you're a question mark. That's not easy. They managed to pull through anyway, and Envy, they get the bomb plant at least, but they really don't have a lot of money, and they're running out of rounds now. They keep buying here, and they did it on the first half as well, and it didn't have a lot of success. You've got to get a bit worried here for the French side.
Yeah, I agree. This is where the pressure really sets in. This is the scrappy. This is where, you know, it gets scrappy, Anders, and they haven't really had this. They've had a lot of snowbally games, but a hard, you know, tooth and nail battle. This is something that NBK is having to try to find the solution for on the fly. And so now it is just Tech-9s, but this is Envy. You know, they're always capable of anything. And again, NBK delivers. Keo hit the headshot, and Keo keeping the pressure up. He's looking for another one here. He's not going to take out Kerrigan. Dupree is there to save the day, but then Happy with the backstab, doing what he does best. Somehow, Anders, they've done it. It is now a 3-on-2, bomb planted, and they've got guns to work with as well.
Oh, bit of a failed flashbang then, which is a real shame. That could have been a great flashbang. Now instead, he's going to go down to Happy, and Sip looking for a couple of shots here. He's doing some good damage, but the round obviously going to go to Envy here. That's going to tie the scoreline at 13-13. And the money for question mark, I mean, you've got to wonder. Again, they haven't had any chance to build up too much either. Sip just doing his best to keep this rifle alive, but... and this is getting into a really, really close and dangerous game here for both teams. This
is fantastically well done by Zip. Not only does he kill Happy, so somebody's forcing on Envy's side, he gets the op back. That's actually, I mean, yeah, you got to hunt. We saw Fallen doing that quite a bit yesterday, you know, hunting on his own with the AWP, risking losing that gun. This time, it doesn't work out for Envy. Nobody was close enough to go and challenge Zip and take that AWP back. I mean, they should have the money to buy one if they want. We haven't really seen it too much. It seems like they're going to focus on the rifles, but that is just a little bit silly because now, well, Kerrigan gets an op for free when he most certainly wouldn't have had one.
Yeah, I mean, again, look at the rest of them here. C said Max 7 on Cajun, even a P90 on Device here. Got to go for a fairly aggressive top mid push with 2 people. They must have heard that flashbang on Kenny. He's holding top mid there, so maybe that's going to be a clue that there is a bit of a mid aggression coming out here from the Danish side. They will have left one person up there, and I think that's Dupree.
They're going to peek together, though. Envy, they're setting it up right now. There's the flash, there's the push. Device takes out Apex. That's from Underpass. They don't know. They have no idea. Dupree, it's the slaughter. Double spray and the bomb. What was that, Envy? How do you let that happen? How do you not check the angle?
It's because Device gets the spray with a P90. I think suddenly everyone is focused on that, right? They think that was the person pushing top mid probably, you know? So let's just go and kill him. And obviously it doesn't quite turn out that way. Happy barely going to win that fight. But now, question mark, obviously, if they have any common sense at all, they're going to be playing this one very defensively. 2 versus 4, no reason to challenge. Oh, wow. What a game this is. This is only the game 1 in this best of 3, and it's already turned into just a complete brawl.
Tooth and nail, man. Tooth and nail, you're right. Well, Cajun, yeah, dun. Yep, gets the kill, easy peasy. 14 rounds, and again, Envy, they have the chance to end the map, to just put question mark on a hard eco, and just this play here, this is it. This cost them everything. And NBK flashed as well. He tries to take the fight, he doesn't win it. Dupree just lying in the cut, that was perfect. And so again, force buy, name of the game. I almost want to see NBK get that AK, though, because he's been so consistent with getting the entries on the sites. I mean, he's good with the Tech-9, but Kenny, just trade, you know? Kenny take the Tech-9, give the AK to Kenny, to NBK, let him go to work.
Envy have done it twice in this one map, winning some of these rounds here where they've got the Tech-9s. They need to do it a 3rd time, otherwise they probably lose this map, and that would obviously be a little bit upsetting for them. They're going to try and rush up in through connector. Carrigan here, holding the crossing if they can make it over, and Kiyosima already down here. Carrigan taking a slightly deeper angle here, trying to see if he can make it work. And Apex already picked up Dupree. sit with an important kill on Kenny. Bomb is about to go down. Actually, no. NBK, I think he dropped the bomb. He's dead inside. Happy and Apex are left now. Great triple kill from Apex, though, bringing it back into a 2-on-2.
And he spots the man on short. He's got the info. He's ready if Device comes through here. And there it is. Headshot from Apex. And he's looking so damn good. Quad kill. He could get the ace, and he does just turn away as the man comes up from CT. So Cajun gonna ruin that dream, but he's so low on HP, and it doesn't work in the end. Somehow Happy gets the clutch again. This is, yeah.
It's just, I mean, what's so ridiculous about this is this round doesn't even start off that well for Envy. You know, they end up trading unfavorably, but it just seems like a QuestionMark that they have a hard time pulling up the, like, putting the brakes on when they have the advantage. There's no one there to shout, you know, wait, we're a man up. Just chill out for a second.
There is a man there. His name is Zonic. Come on, Zonic. Speak up. You've got two people standing behind QuestionMark right now. They need to chill them out. That's actually something that Next, basically the manager for Envy will do. He'll shout, 2v4 at the top of his lungs, right? And and immediately you see Envy just like calm down real quick. Okay, there's the info. We know now. Just like reassess the situation and progress from there. I think every team needs that, honestly. Just like, hey, guys, calm down, take a breath, regain your center.
14-14, 3 rounds where Envy pick up Tech 9 and Armor and end up winning it, and that's obviously put them now very close to taking this map away from QuestionMark. Now, a little bit of damage being put out there, actually a fair bit of damage put out into Apex, down to 15 health, and they need it. QuestionMark, if they lose this round, then they lose the map in turn. They just do not have the money to continue to buy. Even this buy is not a particularly good one there. Jumping in, Kiyoshima spotting Karrigan and wanting to see if he can flush him up, but they don't have a Molotov or anything. So Karrigan is sort of relatively safe in this position.
Exactly, and Karrigan staying alive is a better thing, although he loses his teammate Dupree. Keo, he's drawn to that spot. Happy trade frag there, takes out Cajun B. The full rotation should be coming out now for QuestionMark. They still have 2 of the rifles, and there we go. One of them comes into play. Device, he takes out Keo. 3-on-3 now, bomb planted, and they have a little bit of a crossfire worked up here if QuestionMark decide to push out onto the site. Man in Tetris, man holding a death box, but it's going to be all about Zip. And he manages to hit the headshot already. Apex has only got 15 HP. It's NBK who's going to have to do most of the work here. He's down to 57. Apex finds a headshot, and there it is. They cross the line. Envy, map point. And this breaks it. They don't have any money left.
Yeah,
TQM.
This is it. Wow. Well, I mean, this is it's been a really tough match for both teams. Apex coming into some of these rounds for Apex have been huge.
Quad kill in this round. Just a monster. And what?
Oh, no timeout.
Yeah. No timeout here.
That'll be fine.
They already used their timeout QuestionMark, so they can't go for the pause again.
I think, did they use it before, or was that technical?
No, they used it. It was a timeout. So, you can't, yeah. Oh, no, mouse isn't working. No. Well,
I mean, you can, but...
You can, but it's pretty good timing, right?
15-14, we've got... 5-7 on 3 players, Deagle on Dupree and the C-set 75 on Sipnix to try and get it into overtime against a fairly well-equipped Envy team here. With Cajun moving a bit closer, smoke goes off to block off the entrance for a little while. But I think Envy smartly are playing this one very slowly. Yeah, we need some of the magic here from Dupree. He gets the tag, no kill, Apex down to 62. Happy down to 69, but now they've got mid-control Envy. They can start pressing forward if they want. They can challenge Dupree. Full flash on Dupree. He's freaking out right now. He's trying to back, and he still stands his ground looking for that shot. And, QuestionMark, this is all about traps at this point. Like the crossfire here on Pit, just hoping that Envy tries to push through. Thing is, Device has a flashbang. They could just flash Cajun in. I'm not sure why they're not doing that, because that would be perfect on Happy right here. Smoke is about to dissipate as well. There comes the flashbang, but Happy, he actually does get flashed just enough, but in behind them is going to be the rest of Envy, and Cajun and Device both go down. It's a 3-on-3. They do not have a kit picked up, and the bomb is going down, and Envy... It'd be a miracle if they don't win this round. Yeah, this is it. It's their round to lose. They have 3 flashes left as well, so they can make it even more difficult for QuestionMark to start pushing up onto this site. QuestionMark have 2 flashes on Zipnix, but they've got pistols. Dupree has been lethal with that deagle, but still, it'll be a tough call here. Zipnix spots the 1. There's the step. Karrigan, trade 1 for 1. Keo's there, and it's out of control. NBK will pick up the final frag. 16-14, 30 rounds, but Envy will be picking up the first map in this best of 3. So there we go. That's going to be a really, really exhausting match for both these teams. I mean, it's the second best of 3 in a day for both of them, and it starts off with a really sort of really gut-wrenching game. It goes all 30 maps or rounds.
That's what we were hoping for, though, right?
Yeah, that's what we want. I mean,
that's
obviously,
what we want.
I mean, preferably we get 3 maps in this series because obviously they've got a lot of quality to show us here.
Well, it's not what TQM want, because they had to battle to take that last map off of Titan in the first.